Hi guys, it's Miss Herbal. I'm here to teach you about some clocks today and telling time. Now, there's two kinds of clocks that you might see around. The first one is the easiest one. It's called a digital clock. It's on your microwave or your cell phone or an alarm clock. It just has the numbers and the dots, okay? That's an easy one to tell time on. The harder one is the one you see in schools a lot of times. They're called an analog clock. They're the ones that have these hands. I know they don't look like hands. These look like sticks. But they have these little sticks that are called hands, and they have numbers from 1 to 12. The analog clock is a little bit more difficult to learn, but we can definitely do it. And you see the analog clock in your school a lot of times, or on a watch, right? Yeah. So we're going to work on telling time. All right, the first thing you need to know are what these little hands mean. Okay, the shorter one, see how this one's shorter than this one? Yeah, the shorter one has a specific job and it has a name. Does anybody know what that is? Yeah, the shorter one is called the hour hand. It tells you the hour that we're working with. You always look to the shortest hand, the hour hand first. Okay, so this one you would say 9. And then anytime the minute hand, that's what this one's called, is on the 12, we would say o'clock. So it would be 9 o'clock. But we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so if this one is the hour, then what do you think this one is? I just said it, didn't I? Yeah, that's the minute hand because it tells you how many minutes have gone by past the hour. Okay, so let's review again. This is an analog clock with the numbers on it. These are called hands. The smallest hand is called the hour hand, and you always start with that one first. So you look at that one first. And then this one is the minute hand, the biggest one, and it tells you how many minutes have gone by, okay? All right, so let's get started. Let's pretend our hour hand is on the 7, and we call it the big hand, or the minute hand is on the 12. Anytime the minute hand is on the 12, we always say the same thing, o'clock. So what time would it be right now? Yeah, 7 o'clock, because you start with the 7, the little hand, that tells you the hour, 7, and then I just said this was always o'clock. So 7 o'clock. Now you have to know how to write 7 o'clock. So I'm going to show it to you. There's a common mistake in my class that happens when we're learning about clocks. They usually get the 7 part correct, 7, and they know the dots are there. So they put 7, but instead of writing o'clock, sometimes I see them write a 12 because the big hand is on 12, so they think they have to write a 12. That is not how you write o'clock, is it? No. O'clock means 2 circles. 0, 0. So this would be 7 o'clock. That's how you write 7 o'clock. Good job. And that would be the digital clock. If you see one that looks like that, that's called a digital clock. All right, 7 o'clock. All right, now it doesn't stay 7 o'clock all the time, does it? No, some minutes go by. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But let's try some more. How about, what time would it be now? Yeah, 9 o'clock. How about if the little hand is on the 6 and the big hand is on the 12? Yeah, you still have to look at the hour hand first. 6 o'clock. How about if it's this way? Oh, yeah, they're both up here. What do you think? Yeah, it's still under there, right? Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 12 dot dot 0 0. 12 o'clock. Good. All right, well, now here's another mistake that sometimes happens in my class. What time is it now? Yeah, 3 o'clock. But here's the sometimes the little hour hand is just a little bit past the 3. What time is it? Yeah, it's still 3 o'clock. It stays 3 o'clock. Oops, a little bit past the 3. There you go. A little bit past the 3. It's still 3 o'clock. It stays 3 o'clock until it touches the 4. It goes to the next number. All right, so it's 3 o'clock. It's still 3 o'clock. Still 3 o'clock. It doesn't turn 4 o'clock until it touches the 4 or it's past the 4. All right, so don't get tricked because that's a common mistake kids sometimes make. All right, so we know o'clock. So let's go back to 3 o'clock. Okay. Now, like I said, it doesn't say 3 o'clock all the time. Every time the minute hand goes to a new number, we have to count by fives. So each number it touches is 5 minutes. So let's see, 3 o'clock, then we have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 minutes in 1 hour. All right, so what time is it now? Yeah, 4 o'clock. But let's pretend some time went by. It was 4 o'clock and then some time went by. So help me count again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What time is it? Yeah, 4:30. 4:30. And see how it's a little bit past the 4? That's okay. It's still 4. 4:30. Because 30 minutes have gone by. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 4:30. How would I write 4:30? Let's look at our board again. Yeah, 4 is the hour. 4. And we say dot, dot, because there's dots in there. 4. And then 30. 30. 30. Now be careful. Same kids that make that mistake about the 12 sometimes will do 4 dot dot 6 because they see the big hand or the minute hand on the 6. But be careful. It's not 4:06. It's 4:30 because 30 minutes have gone by. 4:30. All right. Let's try some more 30s. What time is it now? Yeah, 9:30. Is it still 9:30? Yeah, it's still 9:30 until it touches the next number. Whoops. Still 9:30 until it touches the next number. Is it still 9:30? Still 9:30. All right, so if it's 9:30, there you go. Let's see, what else do we need to know? Let's kind of review and make sure we know. The smaller hand, we always look to first. It's called the hour hand. It tells us the hour, so always start there. When the big hand is on the 12, or the minute hand is on the 12, we always say o'clock. Every time the minute hand goes past to a new number, we count by fives. So 9:05, 9:10, 9:15, 9:20, 9:25, 9:30. What if both hands are on the 6? What time would it be? Yeah, don't be tricked. The little hand's still under there. There it is. So you start there, 6, and then 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sometimes we call that half past 6 because look, it was 6 o'clock. It was 6 o'clock, but then half of the clock went by. 30 minutes, half of the clock, half of 60. Yeah, so, but it's still 6:30 or half past 6, we sometimes say. All right, what time would it be now? Sometimes kids get tricked by this one. Start at the little hand, the hour hand, 12:30. Because look, it was 12 o'clock, but then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes went by. It's 12:30. Good job. All right, so that is how you tell time on an analog clock. I hope it helped you. I hope this lesson helped you. I'll try to put on some videos too to help you review, okay? And keep learning.